سؤال عن علاقة أنطونيو زامبوخو بالفادو تحديدا. ماذا كنت تفعل عام 1999 عندما رحلت أميليا رودريغيز الشهيرة، وما هي صورة هذه المرأة في حياتك ومشوارك أنت الشخصي؟ Oui, on va commencer par 1999, en fait, l'année où Amélia Rodriguez est partie. Tu faisais quoi? Comment c'était cette journée pour toi? Quel est le rôle de cette femme dans ta vie, en fait?
Alors, à 99, j'étais à ma ville, à Beja. J'habitais là. J'ai venu pour Lisbonne juste l'année proche, l'année 2000, pour faire une musicale qui était une dédicace que c'est une dédicace à Amália Rodrigues. C'était un musical qui a été écrit sur la biographie d'Amália, et ils m'ont invité pour faire le personnage de son premier mari, qui s'appelle Francisco da Cruz, appelé. Et c'était pour ça que j'ai venu pour Lisbonne l'année 2000.
L'année 2000, après
Oui.
qu'elle soit décédée, en fait.
Amália est morte en octobre et
Uh-huh.
on a commencé en avril, je pense.
Hmm.
Mai, avril.
C'était quoi de faire le rôle de son mari, alors?
C'était quoi?
Quel sentiment c'était de jouer le rôle?
Je ne suis pas un acteur, mais c'était une bonne
Ah,
expérience.
pour s'approcher
Je
d'elle,
ne
quoi.
vais pas faire cette, euh, cette, cette part, papier, non, c'est pas papier que vous dites ici. Je ne vais pas, je ne vais,
In English?
I'm not going to do theater anymore in my life.
This is what
So
the only and last.
you must stay. Don't worry about it. it
It
was,
convinced you.
it was really, really bad.
اوكي. من أميليا رودريغيز التي هي يعني تعبر عن الفادو وتعبر عن حكاية الفادو من الأسماء اللي نحن نعرفها مثلا في العالم العربي. أنت اخترت هذه الروح، ولكنك حورتها كما فعل الكثير. الكثير يشبهك بجيلبرتو البرازيلي، وأنت تقول ربما هذا شرف لي، قرأت هذا الشيء في مكان، لأنه هو أعاد صياغة البوسانوفا وأنت أعدت صياغة الفادو. ولكن برأيك ماذا فعلت أنت بالفادو؟ أو بالأحرى كيف تنظر إلى هذا الإرث الموسيقي؟ We started with Amelia. We were talking about Amelia, but the classical approach of Fado is something important to you. But you took it and did something else on your way of being, and a lot compare you to Gilberto. You said saying that he did the same thing with bossa nova, and you're doing something with. And I read that you said that you're happy about it, but it's okay, so it's life. But then I like eating. I like spinach, and he likes spinach as well. So, so the thing is to know how do you look at this? The fact of taking an old, a traditional music and doing some. How do you look at the fado today? What is fado to you today?
Well, it's not. I'm not. I don't feel that. I don't feel that responsibility. Maybe that's
Now I
because.
shall transform to
Yes, I will
fado.
transform. No, not.
Fado after Antonio Zambojo. It's not fado before Zambojo.
I think that the fado, traditional fado, you can keep listening to it with many fado singers. They are, a lot of them are touring around the world. A lot of them are playing in Lisbon in the clubs that perform only fado, exclusive fado. But to me, fado is something very important, something that made me want to do music, want to learn music. But now it's just another influence, as important as it is. For example, as you said, bossa nova, as it is jazz, as it is the traditional folk music from Portugal, which is one of the richest countries in that, only in that. But really, it's really strong. Uh, as the music from Africa, mostly the songs from Cabo Verde, the Mornas, it's something that I like very much. So all of that influence a lot the music that we do, and that's the way I like it to do. I don't worry about changing something, or if the people are worried about that I'm doing something different that was made before, or I don't care about that. I just want to do the music that I feel and that I believe, and that's it.
It's already very nice and a lot. الكثير أو بالأحرى أنا ليس الكثير، أنا شخصيا عندما استمعت إليك أول مرة أنطونيو زامبوخو لم أكن أعرف بأنك أحببت جاز أو أنك من محبي الجاز، ولم أكن أعرف بأن لديك علاقة وطيدة مع تشيت بيكر، ولكنني فكرت بطريقة مباشرة بهذا المزيج أو هذا التواصل ما بين الصوتين، طريقة الغناء، طريقة الأداء التي هي فيها وهكذا، كأنها فيها سلاسة، كأن هناك نهر وتمشي فيه الكلمات. وقرأت لاحقا بأنك من محبي تشيت بيكر، فما هي حكاية أنطونيو مع تشيت في هذا النهار؟ When I first heard you, I didn't know that you liked Chet Baker, and I didn't know that you liked jazz and stuff. I just heard, and I first heard your way of singing. I said, there's something similar between the two ways. I mean, not similar, but the two universe, you know. When I'm very, very stressed personally, I put Chet Baker, because Chet Baker, whenever you put Chet Baker, you go,
Relax.
you know, you go, and now I put you also, so and I relax as well. So how did you? I mean, how? I mean, not how did you? What is? I mean, do you like? I mean, you like Chet Baker. What's for you
I think
this?
that the two the most important moment of my life as a musician was the day I met Chet Baker,
You
and
met Chet Baker.
I met the music.
Okay, I thought you met him. I said,
No,
how did
no,
he meet Chet Baker?
no.
After him, he went to another life.
And the day that I met the music of João Gilberto, those were the two moments more important to me, and that made me see the music in a whole different way. And then I became a little bit compulsive. I began to buy every CDs or every record that I saw of Chet Baker and João Gilberto, and I listened to everything. I saw the documentary about Chet Baker. You saw it? Let's Get Lost. It's very nice, very good. And well, that's it. That was those two musicians. They give me something. They do something in the music that is, even before I met them, it was something that I was looking for, and they just helped me. They just show me the way, and it was easier for me. So I I think that they are very important to the music, to the history of music, and to my history too.
History of music and history too. Nice sense. لذا سميت ابنك على اسم المغني الشهير جورج ألبرتو. That's why you gave your son the same name also.
Yes.
How did it happen? You said I shall.
My wife wasn't very happy about it, but no, but in the end she agreed with that, and she said, "Well, João is a beautiful name as well." So
Could have been Albert Einstein, you know.
no, that was not. She wouldn't allow that. But yes, I put João in the. It was like a tribute to the to João Gilberto, because I really like him.
سنتحدث عن منطقتك تحديدا وعن الموسيقى التي تأتي من منطقتك لأنك أيضا تأثرت بها. We'll talk about your region, about the music that comes from your region that has also something to do with the way you, I mean, with your whole way of giving music, and what means there are interaction between the local music that characterizes your area and what you do.
Well, the music, I was born in the south of Portugal, in Alentejo.
I didn't want to say the word because my pronunciation sucks. How is it again?
Alentejo.
Alentejo.
Yes.
Okay, Alentejo.
And my city was is called Beja, and in that region there is a very polyphonic choir tradition, and I had lucky because I was not living, but I was spending my days in my grandmother's house, and she knew a lot about that and about those songs.
Great.
And just in front of her house there was a tavern where the people got together and sing together. And I spent the day listening to the men singing those songs, and I wanted to sing with them. So I was asking to my grandmother to teach me, and she teach me. And then I went there, I sing with them, well, I was happy at that time. Um, then I began to learning more and more and more and more, and my grandmother, she really knew a lot about it, and that's why I fall in love with with that kind of songs, and I began to listen to it, and then I entered into a group of polyphonic music, and we recorded 2 albums. But I was 6, 7 years old, maybe. Not more than that.
Really, when you used to sing this song?
Yes.
Okay. And it was
No,
really.
I still sing those songs, but in a different way. I like to put it something different, like the guitar more.
You can do that with the guitar. I mean, that's what you do.
Yes, I will
Yeah.
do that tonight.
You will do?
Yeah, I'll tell you when it is. You stay for the
Yes,
concert,
I'm
so
saying.
I'll tell you.
Did she have هل كان لديها خزانة كبيرة جدتك في هذا الدار وفيها أشياء كثيرة؟ Did she have a big cupboard with a lot of stuff, your grandma, in this house? I mean,
A big?
cupboard, how do you say, armoire,
Yes.
and made of wood, and that you used to have a lot of things in it.
If I do have that.
Yes, in your grandma's house.
Oh, in my grandmother's. Well,
An object that stays. I mean, I don't know. I imagine she had something like that.
I remember she had a great, mostly she had a great memory. And in my grandmother's house, the thing that she had more, it was musical instruments. She had a piano, she had a accordion. How do you say that?
Accordion.
Accordion, okay. Harmonic, drums.
She was a musician.
She was not a musician, but she loved music, and my uncle, he liked a lot music too, and so he had those things, and I spending my days playing in those instruments before I went to the conservatory.
Before you became academic. Dun, 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 زنبور. Classical music. سؤال: كيف تخلصت من كل هذه الأشياء؟ بما معنى أنطونيو زامبوخو، أنت كبرت في جو فيه موسيقى، ولكن نصل إلى مكان معين، نتخذ مشوار آخر أو نختار موسيقى مختلفة أو نستقل موسيقيا. فما هي الموسيقى التي اخترتها أنت في البداية بعيدا عن هذه الأجواء؟ How did you get, to another musical place? Well, we grow up in childhood with the grandmother and we do listen. And then there's this moment when the hormones start doing their stuff and we go a little bit, and then you want to listen to something else and you want to throw everything away. And what did you listen at first when you started your way?
Well, fado.
Fado.
First fado, then I had that time. I think everybody listened to the same thing, to the I don't know, the rock and roll, those things that well, there are good stuff, there are bad stuff, and everything, right? So,
but something that may stay in your mind, lingers from that period, that stays in your mind because you listen.
It was something that was funny because at that time, at the 80s, when I was at school, it was like forbidden to say that you like fado, because the children didn't, they associated fado or traditional music to something bad, something that was not to be touched. And so we had like a small group of 5, 6 boys, and we went to each other's houses, hidden from the rest of the guys, and we were listening to fado and learning the poems, and well, we did that. It was kind of funny to do that, to be like between the 12 and 15 years old, we were listening to fado like that, and it was
secret fado.
Yeah, secret society.
Secret society, and when someone opened up the door, no, this is Rihanna, this is Eminem, but he was a little cold.
But it was funny. It was funny too.
Okay, last question, because I know afterwards you have to prepare, and that will be also something very difficult for me to ask, but I will ask. Do you sometimes get I mean, not angry, but what makes you very angry? What can make you very angry? ما الذي يغضبك كثيرا?
A lot of pictures.
A lot of
Pictures.
taken into pictures?
Yes.
Oh.
But after the concerts,
Mm-hmm.
mostly when the people want to take pictures, they go, "Oh, can I take a picture? Can I take a picture?" And there are a lot of people. It's really boring. Um, but not many things. Airports,
Airports?
yes.
Why airports?
Because it's boring to spend a lot of time, and then they don't. I hate when people don't assume the that they are having a problem, or they don't say nothing to you. They don't respect you. You are there, you are sitting there, and they don't say nothing to you, and you stay like this waiting, and that's bad. uh, but
I can give you a hint about that.
Portuguese taxi drivers driving in Lisbon, it's something
Crazy.
terrible. Yes, really crazy.
Why? They go fast or what?
They go fast and they kill everything that appears in front.
Okay. That sounds good. That sounds good. I'll end up with سؤال عن الكاتب الشهير البرتغالي بساوا وفكرته عن الحنين أو ما يسمى باللغة البرتغالية السوداد، الذي هو أيضا فكرة موجودة جدا في الكابفير عن سيزاريا إيفوعا وغيرها، وسافرت هذه الرحلة من مرفأ إلى آخر. ماذا تعني هذه الكلمة لأنطونيو زامبوخو؟ I'll end up with a writer that comes from your country that I will pronounce as shit as usual. I'm sorry, that I will pronounce badly. Okay, stop now. Okay. إذا هو how do you say Pessoa?
Fernando Pessoa.
Pessoa? How do you say?
Pessoa.
Pessoa. Fernando Pessoa. So, and who talks about the famous word that is Sodad, and Sodad also is at Cesaria Zevora in Cap Vert, and Sodad travels from one port to another. What does this word mean to you, Antonio Zambujo?
Saudade.
Yes.
Well, saudade is when you leave something, when you have to leave something in one place, or unfortunately you don't. It's ambiguity. It can say ambiguity. You cannot stay everywhere. So when you leave to some place, you always leave something else waiting for you. And well, we have this triangle that I love, which is Portugal, South America, and Africa. And we are always doing this, going somewhere and leaving something behind, and that causes this. So